So, imagine this with me. My mum has 4 children. That's my older sister, my older brother, myself, and I've got a younger brother also. And between my older sister and my younger brother is about 11 to 12 years difference. So my younger brother is a lot younger than everybody else. So, at family festivals or, Christmas, birthdays, times when family will get together, he would always get a lot more attention and a lot more love than everybody else, simply because we're grown compared to him. Birthdays will come, Christmas will come, he will get a lot more money, a lot more presents than everybody else. And I remember one particular birthday where he got all this money, and because he's only like 5 or 6, he has no reason to spend it. So what my sister done was his birthday was on January the 6th. On January the 7th, she would go to him and she would say, "Little bro, listen to me carefully. Little bro," she would show him a £1 coin or a 50p piece. And she would say, "Let me see the money that you got yesterday for your birthday." And he would take out, like a £50 note, the big one, red. And she would say, "Do me a favor, throw your money in the air and let's see how much noise it makes." And he would throw it up high in the air and it would float all over the place. The wind would blow it, and then it touches the ground. It wouldn't make any noise. Then she would take her £1 coin or even her 50p piece, and what she would do is she would say, "Watch this." And she would throw it high in the air, and as it went up, it would come down, hit the ground, and make loads of noise. And she would say to him, look, you see, mine made more noise than yours. So therefore, my money is better than your money. In fact, my money is worth more money than yours. And my little brother will start crying, will start whinging. Why? Because he would believe my sister, he would believe that the money that he had wasn't as great or wasn't worth more than hers. And he would go to my mum and he would beg for a swap. So what would happen was, my sister would take his money, £20. And he would take her money, a 50p piece or a £1 coin, and he didn't realize that he would have 20 of what she had. He had 20 of what she had, but because he had been conned or deceived to believe that what he had been given, what he was given as a gift, what he had was worth more than what she had. He had been conned or deceived, and he believed that what he had was worth less, a lot less. What's my point? Imagine this. I'm learning that Valentine's Day just went like a couple days ago, the 14th of February. And I know personally young men who would work for 4, 5, 6 months at a time, and they would save up their money, and come the 13th, 14th of February on Valentine's Day, they would, go the full 9 yards. They would, buy clothes, they would buy, trainers, they would get gifts, they would get, flowers and chocolates and candy and cards, and they would buy the girls teddy bears, there's limousines, the fancy taxis, not no black cabs, Addison Lee, they would go the full 9 yards, take their girlfriends out to the cinema, they would, go to the restaurant, they would save up all this money just so they could spend it on this special day. But guess what? After the 14th of February, they will go into the 15th of February single. Why? Because they had been left. Don't miss that now. They saved up for a long time. Used time and energy and resources, and they gave it all to this young female. But guess what? All the female wanted was one thing, and now they've got that one thing. They're gone. Many young men are going to go through February this month, and it's going to be, a not so good month for them, simply because they've spent time and energy, or they've spent their £20 note, something that was sacred to them, and they've given it to somebody else who doesn't really care about it. Many young women, hear me now, many young women, they went into Valentine's Day, the 14th of February, as virgins. And they come the 15th of February, 16th, they weren't virgins no more. No. we cannot allow that. We have to understand that. They went into February and they were pure, they were chaste, they were virgins. But now they've come out on the other side, and guess what? There's something about the 14th, day of February. It's so special, it's so lovely, that what would happen is now they will come out and they're not virgins no more. But that's okay though, because the Bible talks about it talks about the same thing. In the book of Genesis chapter 16, there's a married couple, a very happy one, called Abram and Sarai. Abram and Sarai. And the Bible says that they were madly in love. She was beautiful, he was wealthy, and they traveled the world together. They used to do God's work together. They were just the perfect couple. But there was one thing that Sarai would struggle with. And that was simply that she could not give her husband any children. She couldn't give him any children. So therefore, she would want to make her husband happy. She would want to start a family. She would want to, just be like any other person, in her village, in her area. She just wanted to just have children and just start a family and just be a grandparent and just make him happy. But guess what? This wasn't granted to her. So what she done in those days, what you would do is that you would have a servant. You would have a servant, and she had a female servant whose name was Hagar. So Sarai, who's Abraham's wife, had a female servant whose name was Hagar. And what she done was, she told her female servant to go and sleep with her husband. The husband that she loved so much. The husband that she got married to. The husband that she had been with for years. The husband that, that she said, that we're going to be together until death do us part. The husband, that had given her everything. They had worked, together for what they had. She went and told another woman, another lady, to go and sleep with her husband. Why? Because she believed that woman could offer her husband something that she couldn't. Don't miss that now. She thought that Hagar could give something to her husband that she wasn't capable of giving to her husband. Sarah believed simply that giving away something that was sacred to her, giving away something that was important, giving away something that was priceless, giving away something, her husband, priceless gift from God. She believed that giving away her husband to Hagar would make her happy. But guess what? She wasn't happy. In fact, if you read the story, she ends up very sad and very bitter. Why? Because she realizes, she understands that guess what? Now she's given away that precious gift, that priceless thing, that was only meant for her. Now she's given it away to another woman. That she can never ever get that back again. What's my point? Understand this, that Sarai gave away her £20 note and she settled for 50p. No. That's 19 pounds and 50 pence difference. She gave away her precious gift, her husband. Why? Because she believed that she couldn't make him happy. And many husbands find themselves in the same predicament today. Many husbands are struggling with things that they can't tell their wives. Many wives are giving attention, are giving, affections, are giving all these things to other men or other women when really all it is the person they're married to, the person they're going out with deserves it. I understand and I know that many boys or many girls cheat on their boyfriend or their girlfriend. Why? For the very same reason. Simply because, they're looking to be happy, but they don't see happiness in the person they're with, or they don't think they can make the person they're with happy. So what they do is they go out and look out for it elsewhere. Imagine this. That's okay though. Because even though Sarai, she made a mistake. And Sarai is spelled S-A-R-A-I. Even though Sarai made a mistake in Genesis 16, when you read Genesis 17, the Bible says that God changed her name from Sarai to Sarah, S-A-R-A-H. Don't miss that now. God changed, Sarai. She made a mistake. She gave away her £20 note, her precious gift, when she was Sarai. But God changed her name to Sarah simply because God was trying to show her that guess what? You are not your mistakes. You've made a mistake. That's okay. You've messed up. That's all right. You didn't trust me. You gave away your precious gift. That's no problem. Why? Because God was trying to show her that even though, guess what? Even though you've given away this thing that I gave to you as a gift, whether it be virginity, whether it be time, whether it be money, whether it be energy. Even though you've given away this precious gift, I can still change your identity. I can take you from one place in your life and make you somebody else. So therefore, yes, you made a mistake, but that's okay, because now you're not that person anymore. Understand this, that Jesus simply wants to be the lover of your soul. Like, he wants to be your boyfriend. He wants to be your husband. He wants to be your girlfriend. He wants to be the person that when you wake up in the morning that you think about. When you go to bed at night, he wants to be the person that you speak to. When you're crying, he wants to be the person, that you go and find consolation in. When you're happy, he wants to be the person that makes you smile. He wants to be the person that you eat with. He wants to just be involved in your life. In fact, God is just a sucker for love. And he wants to change your identity. So understand this. Many mistakes were made in the past week or so. But that's okay. God's not judging you for it. Let him be the lover of your soul and change you from the inside out.